Hey, you. Talking to you. Are you tired? Need a space to vent? Well, then get ready for the rally. Welcome to the anal margin. Ah.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
Fucking shape up.
It happens every once in a while.
There ain't nothing to laugh at. Well, it's horrible.
Ugh.
It gets all serious. It's all,
Sorry. Let me.
What's a fucking joke, fool?
Okay. Gosh.
Jeez, good. Dad, quit yelling at me.
Good morning.
Everybody, hello. Welcome back to the show. We told you we got one.
We got him.
We did get one, dude. We got a woman, too.
Woohoo.
It's a her.
It's a
what?
It's a
It's a what?
It's a her.
Her. It's a what, Chuck? Like it got all bashful. He did the same thing when we walked up to the table on them in the bar. I'm like, oh my God, did you hear their story? He goes, yeah.
Is that a girl?
Yeah. I go, let's go over there. He's like, he's over here, what's up?
My name's Butters. Nice to meet you.
He skated over at her table. He rollerbladed over her table. Well, I waddled. I fucking shuffled. I'm like, hey, you guys got a minute?
They're like, security.
I was like, no, let me explain myself. Let me explain my fat self.
You got 30 seconds to explain yourself.
Security, there's an egg with legs over here trying to talk to us. I'm like, hold on now.
There's a walking science experiment.
Fuck, dude. Folks, we told you we got one. We got one live. It's like we're fishing. Fishing hook.
Yeehaw.
It's like we're fly fishing. We got one. So we're about to call her. We're gonna call her right now. Let's go ahead.
Get her on the phone.
GE, make the call, baby. Baby, make that phone call. Dial 119.
GE, pay attention.
We're dialing, dude. Oh shit.
Oh my God, first one.
Let's see if she answers. Holy shit, she
Good morning.
Good morning.
When we first, okay, so remember we talked about this. We got to give you a code name.
Yes.
Okay. So let's not interrupt your life or where you work or hurt your future.
Would you like to pick your own, or do you want us to pick you one?
Oh, we can
choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
Let's go with.
What happened?
Loser? Oh my God, you people! Oh,
Oh.
do we got her?
Hello.
Oh my God, we got her.
Oh. Hello. What were you
Hello.
saying?
Call her. Are you there?
We can go with Lynn.
I'm sorry if my boss creeps you out. He creeps me out too.
Codename Lynn.
Codename Lynn. We have picked on the Lynn.
All right, folks, we got her on the phone. Hopefully we don't lose her again. So we got Ms. Lynn. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Lynn. So, all right, so that's your code name, folks, is Miss Lynn. All right, so
Yes.
let's give you the chance. Let's get up on here. Remember we were talking, we randomly crept up on you at the bar the other night.
Yes.
And this fucking dirty old hippie over here like segued up on you like he was in a pair of rollerblades.
Sorry.
What are those shoes, dude, that have the wheels come out?
The Heelys.
Heelys.
I pulled up on you with my Heelys.
Butters Newsom's rolled up on the Heelys. And I shuffled towards the table.
I fell.
In the table. Spilt their drinks. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Let me ask you some questions to buy some more drinks. All right, Ms. Lynn. So we got you up here. You were talking about your story that we overheard. Then we sat down and talked to you. So let's go ahead and shit this out on national radio.
Okay. I had a really terrible boss.
Go on.
Haven't we all?
My career actually got pushed out of trajectory for like 3 years, and I'm just recently getting back into the field.
Sorry, but
because of her.
You're Back to the Future in.
these big words hurt
Oh,
my
yeah.
brain.
Fucking brain bath hurts your brain.
Trajectory.
Trajectory, you stupid
Oh,
bastard.
you gotta sound out the big words.
You guys want to hurt this dude or pick his pocket? Ask him a fucking math question.
Freeze.
Fucking. What's that goat called?
The fainting goat.
Fainting goat.
You
dude.
dumbass.
You want to pick his pocket? Ask him a math question. He faints like that goat. All right, Miss Lynn, go ahead. Let's go for it. So you got postponed 3 years.
Yeah,
Go.
I was
Go on.
postponed 3 years from the field that I'm in. It's the education field. I
Uh-huh.
teach little minds.
Ooh.
Okay, so you teach the smaller
Smaller group.
group of little legs. That sounds like
Yes,
me, dude.
yes.
I got little legs and an upper torso.
Back to school.
I got my boobs tight. I hope I don't get any fight.
Back to school.
All right, so you deal with small minds, so people with little legs.
Yeah. Yep. You know,
Okay.
in the beginning, it was great. When I first got hired, I was hired by the owner and this one principal. She was amazing. It was actually pretty awesome. I had a good setup going on for a while until about halfway through my first year, that principal retired and they brought in a new one, and it was rough.
Okay, so owner hired you. Principal, you were being directed to, right? Was that your immediate boss?
Yeah, that was my immediate boss, was the principal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the owner hired you. Principal's in charge of you. Principal retires.
Yep.
Okay, you got a new one then.
Yeah.
So a new one segued their way in there.
Yeah, you can say segued or rolled or waddled.
Ooh.
Waddled. What is this? Okay, so she waddled in there. What does she
Yeah.
look? What is this? What did the new principal look like? Give a comparison. Give a comparison to
Good description.
Give a good description. Take two like, I don't know. You could do like a movie star. Can we do movie stars in
We can
comparison?
do anything we want.
We could do anything. So give a comparison to who you think this person is. This a he or a she?
So she,
Ooh.
Oh, that's entrapment. All right. So what does she look like so we can let these people have some kind of comparison?
you know, old school Penguin from Batman,
Which one? The TV show or the movie?
the movie, live action. I'm thinking
Live action.
more along the lines of Danny DeVito.
Oh,
Fat man.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so the
No.
the shiny rubber glove with the top hat.
Yeah, you know, the big gut and very hunchback with the thinning, balding hair at
Are
the
you
top.
are
and
you
the
describing Mr.
string.
Wang right now?
Oh, it sounds like my wang. I am a man. I am the wang.
Oh, and Dora the Explorer, but on welfare.
Oh,
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 what does she wear? The same clothes? So if you've got the clothes and you cut them in two pieces. If you mended,
I'm guessing floral clothes. You know, like old teacher that
no, you're
smells
not
like.
wrong.
Ooh,
she's got a long dress on, dude, with like rubber gloves, like a fin, like a flipper,
fingerless gloves.
and a fucking top hat, dude. That's like
It was
Pandora.
about the
All right, so you. All right, go on.
So it was about the same 5 shirts in rotation and some blown out Skechers.
Oh,
They couldn't support the weight.
The slip-on Skechers, dude.
It's all hanging off the
No
side of the
laces.
sole.
Oh god. So she owns 5 shirts and a pair of slip-on Skechers
Oh,
with
Yeah.
her penguin claws hanging out the bottom of it.
yeah, I don't discriminate.
Oh, that's a great looking person right
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh,
you got
God,
the you got
smell.
the you got oh.
She got a stench to her.
It smelled like mothballs.
Danny DeVito and Dora the Explorer.
I would like to meet this woman.
Danny DeVito was her dad, and Dora the Explorer was the mom, wearing a long sleeve dress,
And they bung.
and they banged with slip-on Skechers. Smelled like mothballs,
Yep.
dude. It's like kills that ice shit, dude. All right, so we got a visual here. This
Yeah.
was the new principal.
Yeah, I was the new principal. I was about halfway into my first year teaching, and it was the new one. She came in real hot and heavy too.
Sounds like it.
Hot and heavy.
No hot. Just
Emphasis on the heavy.
Which one? Was she hot or was she heavy?
She was spicy hot with super heavy.
She was hot as in sweaty or
Sweaty and heavy. Smelled like baby powder, dude.
clumped up baby powder.
Delicioso.
Ooh.
All right, so she came in hot and stinky heavy.
Yeah. You know, the first encounter with her was really surprising and interesting. I was sitting in my room with my little minds, and she comes in, doesn't say hi, just looks at me and goes, "How old are you?" And I was very young at the time. I was only 18, and that's kind of unseen over there, but I had all my credentials. I was fully qualified. I was legal to be there, and yeah, she asked me, how old are you? And I told her at the time I was 18 because I was, and
Is that right off the bat?
nothing. Yeah, right off the bat, just opened up the door and just stared at me for a minute and asked my age.
Waddled in her Skechers.
You say your first encounter is and you just walked into a bear cave and there's a bear hibernating in it. Is that how it felt?
She rolled in on her Heelys, dude. Like, how old are you? Okay, so we get a name for this? Like, let's go. Like Pandora, Penguin. What are you, Penguin and
That
Dora?
bitch? That bitch?
Pangdora.
Pangdora.
So Pangdora segued in the classroom with her Heelys on, smelling like fucking mothballs, wearing a long skirt, looking like Danny DeVito with a top hat, and a leather flipper on, dude. Asking how old you are, right?
Yeah.
All right, right off the bat, she asked how old you are and Heeled out.
Those are fighting words. I would have gone right for it.
I had a roundhouse her with my Heely on, dude. Shut the fuck. Okay, so she came in, hit you up. This is the principal. So this is your
Yeah,
this
the
is
new
your
principal.
immediate boss.
Yep.
Okay. Ask these questions. Did she leave
Yeah.
after that, or is she still staying there?
No, she asked my age, and I told her, and she goes, we're going to see about that. And she walked out. Well, about scooted out.
All thinking you're a piece of sardine, like
Dragging her feet.
Is that an anchovy? What a penguin's
I'm going sideways through the door frame.
Oh, that
she
bad.
Heeled out sideways. All right, so she Heeled out of there.
Don't Heelys have a weight
Yeah.
limit?
No, dude. It's like a steel shaft going through like a real thick.
Can we get a fact check? See if Heelys have a weight limit?
I don't think so, bro. Sketcher. It's a Sketcher Heely. So she takes off, does what?
Yeah, she takes off, and after that, for about a good week, didn't really talk to her or nothing. She never really said anything to me, and then she started digging. She started going through my employee files, pulling up my credentials, and I was in her office every day, 3 times a day, answering questions that I already answered. She was pulling things, trying to find something on it.
Trying to get a way to get you out.
How do you know
Yeah.
she went through your employee file?
Oh, because it was sitting on her desk when I walked in.
Oh, so your file was on her desk. What do you mean when you walked in? She called you in?
Yeah, every time she called me in, I would sit down across from this desk from her, and she has my file sitting in front of her, and she would start pulling my transcripts out.
Lynn
And
to
asking
the
me
principal's
questions.
office. Is it like that?
Lynn, she's
Yeah.
all, Lynn.
Lynn to the
I'll-
principal's office.
I'll just bit the head off a fucking sardine. Lynn.
Oh,
Bitch got fucking Tabasco with the sardine. Just, Lynn. Come in
To
here.
my office.
Yes, no.
Oh,
So
the worst
she
part
has
was
your
she-
file on her desk.
mm-hmm.
So your transcript was on her desk when you walked in there.
Oh yeah, every time.
This is
Uh,
2 to 3
and she
times a
always
week. you
breathed.
said.
Mm-hmm. No, a day.
Oh, 2-3 times a day.
for about a week. Yeah.
Okay, well, elaborate on that. 2-3 times a day. So
All
she
right.
called you in her office 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, she would for small things. It started out really small at first. It was the first one. There was some incident. I can't even remember, but there was some incident that happened that was not anything new. It was like, I think it was a cut or a scrape or something.
Oh,
Very
not out of the
minimal.
norm.
Yeah, not out of the norm. Something that happens every day.
Oh, it's like
And I got called in.
Okay, so somebody scraped. Somebody had a boo boo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just trying to follow along here. Okay. Someone had a boo boo. You get called in.
Yeah, I get called in and I did everything that I was supposed to do, followed all my protocol, filling out paperwork, doing all the things. And she calls me in and she's questioning me about this. And then she segues into, she would always segue back into, are you really qualified? And I was fully, and I was very confident in that. And
She would
so
just
I
ask
would
you
tell
this
her
out
all
of
the
the out
time.
of the out of random.
Mm-hmm. All the time. And she would go, I was looking at your file, but imagine she didn't breathe through her nose. It was always through her mouth.
Fucking mouth breather.
A
Dude,
predator.
we did the predator, dude. Oh my goddamn fucking mouth breather. Christ. Fucking mouth breather, dude. I was thinking like stinky dicks and fucking mice skulls, bro.
How close were her eyes? Maybe she was a predator.
Well, dude, Danny DeVito in the Batman. I am the Wang. The Batman had close eyes together.
Did
Right?
Yeah.
No? Okay, with the shiny flipper. Just because I wasn't born with 5 digits. Just a flipper. Oh, so the mouth breather, Dora the Explorer,
Mhm.
is questioning you.
On your capabilities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My
Go on.
capabilities, every time there was something very small, very tiny, I always get pulled in there over anything. Even sometimes it didn't have anything to do with me. Okay. And she would always segue into my units and if I was qualified, if legally I was allowed to be there. There was one time she did accuse me of forgery of my units. I do remember that.
How old's this woman? How old are we talking here? You
60s.
compared to what? Like, what's the difference between you to her?
I was 18 and she was in her 60s to 70s.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, you
God,
40
is
year,
she even
42-year
qualified?
difference?
Yeah.
Nothing better to do with her fucking life but to pick on an 18-year-old?
Maybe she's jealous.
Yeah.
I have no friends.
I have a flipper.
I have a flipper, so fucking I am the Wang. You know what? That's where I should come in, dude. Dressed as Batman.
Oh,
Just like with no, I'm the Wang. I help her from that.
I'm Wang.
I am Wang. I am Bruce Wang. All right, go ahead. So she's calling you in there. So a 42-year age difference.
Yeah.
So we're talking Dora the fucking Explorer and the Penguin, if they were to bang, have the long dressed woman that smells like mothballs wearing Healy Skechers. It has your employee file on the desk picking you apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picking me apart daily. It was, at the time, I thought it was just funny. It was entertaining for me. It got me out of the room every day,
Uh-huh.
gave me a break.
Okay.
How did this woman get the job? Did she have qualifications? Why isn't anybody pulling her files out?
That's called a sadness certification, dude. She was sad. I have a degree in fucking I'm alone. So how'd she get the job?
She got the job. I don't know how they found her, but apparently she ran a whole school before, but it came out later on after about 3 years after I left that it was all lies, that she actually didn't have qualifications to do so. It was an at-home thing.
Oh, like a care thing.
Uh-huh.
Can you use
Yeah.
that daycare?
I'm sure you can say daycare.
So it was a daycare.
Yeah, it was she was a at-home daycare.
Okay, so a principal at the
That's what
school.
she ran.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't sound like she runs.
She didn't run. She ran nothing. Okay, so excuse me.
What's going on over there?
I got indigestion.
Oh.
That's what happens when you have a small wang. So she ran a daycare with no certs and ended up to be your boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definition of fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I think we got this now. Okay. so go on, my dear.
But no, yeah, so it was getting called left and right every day for about a week, and then it kind of fizzled out for a while because she could never find anything wrong. But I was always being watched like a hawk. I will never forget, we had these little windows, and she would stand there and watch me all day long.
Like through the window?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean little windows? Like little windows in the wall?
Yeah. Yeah, little
I don't get it. Like little windows.
That's
What do you
where
mean
windows
little
are, you idiot.
Well, fuck. There's like a 3070, dude. There's a 4x6. Like, what do you mean little window? Like a fucking,
You're in a
They're
room.
like a capsule window from a submarine, dude? Like a little window? Like, spit it out, dude. All right, so creepy penguin is checking out the kids through a little window.
Yeah. And yeah, so she would stare at me through the window, but I mean, dumbass thought I couldn't see her. It was a clear window. I mean, I could see through it.
Ugh. And you could see her.
What kind of fucking windows are we talking about?
Windows, like see-through
window.
glass.
Oh, you say little windows. Okay, so like are these random windows? Come on, dude.
It was
Mr.
on the
Wang.
wall?
I'm fucking here, man. Like, is there a big fucking window or is it like multiple little windows?
It was just
Jesus.
a little square window that the parents
Just
looked
one
through.
one small submarine fucking window.
Were
in the
there
wall.
chairs in this room?
Like, geez, like an interrogation room.
Did you
dude?
happen to have carpet in this room also?
Oh my God. All right. Well, go on. It's apparently I can't fucking get it. Go ahead.
The breaking point. This is where it really got me. It was during COVID, actually, is when I was working there, and we were allowed to do business as usual as long as you follow these strict protocols set in place, and those got lost in translation for her.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. As far as what?
Yeah. She wouldn't check the kids' temperatures. They came in sick. She wouldn't call the parents to pick them up. They would all end up there.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't following COVID protocol.
That sounds dangerous.
Oh, to keep the numbers up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So she was keeping numbers up for the school.
Yeah, so we didn't have to shut our doors.
Yes, you are correct. I got that part. Okay. So she wasn't taking temperatures, staring at you through multiple small windows, which I still can't figure out, dude. I'm picturing a classroom in a fucking submarine, bro. Like, you know the submarine at Disneyland, dude?
The little yellow submarine.
Is that where you're teaching kids?
Yes. The little minds.
The parents got to snorkel down, dude, and fence and look at this fucking.
They can't focus if they're not in a submarine.
They're gonna hold their breath and watch their kid like.
That principal just floats by with a snorkel on past the window.
Why you got Dora the Explorer and fucking the penguin, dude, as a teacher, man? Like, this is not right, bro. All right, so I can't figure it out, dude. Maybe it's my fucked up head. All right, my dear. So you got, they're not following fucking COVID protocol.
No, not at all. We had a couple, actually 2 kids in the hospital because of that.
Of course. Okay.
Submarine hospitals.
Yeah.
Disneyland. Hospital. Walt Disney Hospital.
So we weren't allowed. So it ended up being there was a COVID outbreak in the school, and this was the first around the beginning stages of what COVID was, so nobody really knew.
I wonder why. Okay.
So we had the COVID outbreak, and then we had 2 kids in the hospital, very little kids, and we weren't allowed to tell the parents or
How small are
anybody.
these kids? Like how small? Like 2 to fucking 6 or 2 to 4, 3 to 4?
The youngest was 6 months old.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Dude. It's like a doggy daycare, dude. Maybe he was a 6-month-old.
Just put it on the floor, I guess.
Just
I don't
hold
know.
it. I never dealt with that. My My counterpart did that. Ms. Gooey Duck dealt with that, dude. Ms. Gooey Duck dealt with that.
Miss Carcumba.
I'm like, I'll be at work, take care of the baby. All right, so that's young. Okay, so you got 6 months to what's the top age?
The top age is 12.
All right. Jesus, that's
12 years old.
half adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we weren't allowed to tell the parents or anybody that COVID was in the school. We had to keep it very quiet, very under wraps. Well, it came out that one day I ended up with COVID. And so I called them, let them know, hey, I've tested positive, sent in all my tests, and at that time I had 2 weeks off of work. I wasn't worried. I was laying in bed, and about 2 hours later, I get a phone call, and it's her, and she's demanding I come into work.
Oh,
like demanding how?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
That sounds
called you on
illegal.
the phone and said what?
She calls me on the phone, and she says, hi, Miss Lynn.
This is Penguin.
yes.
Yes, this
All right,
Penguin.
so
Yes.
Penguin Dora calls you.
Dora.
Yes.
Fucking on the couch wearing Heelys. Calls you and says, come in.
She calls me and tells me, I know you tested positive with COVID, but so did all the other teachers, and we really need you here. So even though you have a fever of 103, you can still come in.
That sounds illegal.
Yeah.
I would have called somebody.
Just a little bit.
I would have called somebody who cared.
Fucking goddamn Penguin.
Oh.
It's like child endangerment type stuff,
dude.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
if I were the Wang.
Oh, yeah. Well, it did get there eventually. I
Ooh.
did eventually have to call someone on my own job.
Ooh,
Who'd you call?
Ghostbusters.
They would have got fucking Miss Healy, dude.
She wouldn't fit in the vacuum.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. You're all get her.
She wouldn't fit in the hearse.
Slimer got slimed, dude. He's all, this is our reactor. She took up 3/4 of this reactor. All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, she calls me and tells me, I know you have a fever, and that's all right. You could still come in. And I let her know, no, that's illegal, and I can't. And she told me,
I have a fever, and the only cure is more
fever.
cowbell. I need more cowbell. Like a fucking Penguin Healy, dude. Just fucking beating on there. Pang. All right. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Go ahead.
More cowbell.
This fucking broad, dude. All right, go ahead.
so I let her know I can't, whatever. And she told me that we'll discuss it over when I came back in, and that she couldn't wait to see me
I bet.
to discuss this matter.
She wants some young stuff
And-
some hot sauce. Sardines with hot sauce.
So me and another coworker, we got together and we transpired to go ahead and call the state's licensing department on our own job.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, good
Yeah.
stuff, dude.
We ended
And-
up calling that, and I was back at school at that time. The 2 weeks had passed. I came back in, and I never got that weird talking to I was supposed to get. But
Oh, they come in there? Did
Oh,
did
yeah,
the
they
state
came in
come
there.
Okay.
oh yeah, they came in there the day after my first day back.
That's quicker than anybody I know, dude. Call the state license board. They'll take 14 months. You need to have intersections and cross streets and physical description. You're like, this guy's unlicensed, bro. He's fucking. Wait, that's not enough.
They hear somebody got COVID. They're there instant.
Dude. Okay, so 2 days, 24 hours later, they came back in.
Yeah, they came back in, and I ended up getting pulled into a room with the state and having to get interviewed. At the time, it was an anonymous calling. They didn't know who I was or who called at the time.
Did this room
And-
have any windows?
Oh no,
Were you inside the Disneyland submarine? Were you inside the yellow submarine?
the owner and
what's
the
that?
principal.
What's that?
The
Miley
Beatles?
Cyrus, dude.
Oh.
Your ass is on fire.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Is that not what's her face?
I don't know. Carry
What's that
on.
girl's name?
Carry on, Miss Nin.
Like a wrecking ball.
That's Miley Cyrus.
Oh. Anyway, go ahead. No,
But this room,
once your ass is on fire, dude. Your ass
They
is
pulled
on
us-
fire.
I'm sorry. You got to deal with this, man.
My bad. Go ahead. Deb.
She's got pepper spray in her hands right now, thinking you're going to jump through the phone.
She's got a pistol in her purse, dude. She's like, we're not in the same state.
they come in, and we needed to start our interviews because they'll pull teachers out one by one and ask them, what's going on, what's happening. So they threw us in this old classroom that wasn't being used at the time. And
A dirty class.
during these
Ooh, got spider webs in it.
It's like a janitor's
and
closet.
during these meetings and during these meetings with the state, it's confidential. It's anonymous. You're not allowed to know what the employee said. It's very hush hush. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, we didn't realize it, at least I didn't realize it, and the state didn't either, is that there was cameras in that classroom that recorded audio and video.
Gotcha.
And I was in there, I was letting it spill. I didn't care. At that point, I was word vomiting out every little thing that fat
time of the
bitch
month
was doing.
Time of the month.
Yeah. And so after I leave that said interview, about a week goes by, and I didn't think anything of it. I never thought I got caught. I never thought they knew, I was one of the people that I'm on my own job. And
What do you mean you got caught? Like
Hey.
you didn't get caught doing what? Like you felt like you were narking or what?
oh yeah, I got caught narking. I narked hard.
Ooh.
Oh, so you're a narc.
Oh, I don't think I trust this woman
Yeah,
anymore.
dude. So we got the penguin
Well, when you got
and Dora narking. Dora's narking to ice. The penguin's narking to fucking goddamn Liberty City PD, dude. Like, all right.
I wanted her out. I didn't like her. I wanted her gone. I was
When you
telling
say
the truth.
narc, though, was it like, were you telling what was happening, or were you just
oh no, I was telling
like
the
getting
truth
at
about
trying to
what
get
was
out of
going
jail,
on.
dude? Like a free pass out of jail. When you say narc,
No, I was letting them know what was going on because we had kids in the hospital with COVID, and she was
Oh,
lying, not
okay.
telling the parents what was going on, and it was a
Okay.
lot.
That's the question I'm asking,
Yeah.
right? You're like just. You're not going, well, she carries a 22 in her purse. She's got a bad driver's license, dude.
She points it at me when I'm bad.
Yeah, you're noted. She's like, pointing a nickel-plated 22 at you. Like you're not narking. You're telling what they're asking you.
Mandated
Yeah,
reporter.
I'm telling the truth.
Oh, okay, so they're
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
you questions and you're answering the questions.
Yeah, I'm answering the questions
All right,
truthfully.
so you're not narking, dude. We're
And-
not a government witness here.
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So I was letting them know everything, and about a week goes by, and I get pulled into the office. And at this point, I was still very unaware. They heard everything I said. They watched everything I told them.
Who did?
Them, because of the cameras that were in the room that we didn't know about.
Who's them? The school?
Yeah, the principal and the owner.
Ooh.
Dodo. Dodo. All right, go ahead.
So about
Narc.
a week goes by,
Rat.
Narc.
and I get pulled into their office, and they sit me down and they let me know, hey, we got dinged on this list, and we're on the list now, and we can't have any more dings. We're not allowed to get in any more trouble. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And they go, since we're down now, teachers, you're going to be working overtime, this whole week and a couple weeks until they all start coming back. And I say, all right, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I'm happy.
Narc's making overtime.
I needed the money.
Yeah. Pays to be a
I'm
government
happy
witness.
I get that.
Okay.
And so, I'm so stupid and oblivious. I agree to it because I'm like, yeah, I get more money, whatever. And it did not turn into an hour a day of overtime like promised. It started off where I was working and I would forget to get my breaks. No one would come to break me. And then it would turn into, well, we didn't have enough people to give you your lunch today, so you're gonna take it later.
Are
And
they
it
supposed
starts
to come in and
slowly-
break you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so they come in
Every-
and give you the signal like, hey, break.
Break time.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, and
It's like a football
somebody would
game.
come in and swap. Yeah, and so I wouldn't get, and then it turned into I wouldn't get any lunch, any breaks, and I was working 12-hour days.
Oh, like a slave.
Like a sweatshop worker.
Like a union employee.
Yeah, but
dude.
but the craziest part is that they would make me sign on in and out of my time card stating I would get my lunches and my breaks, but I never got them.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh.
So they never got in trouble.
All right, so sign your log, right? They have a log.
Yeah, sometimes they would even do it for me because they had all my codes, so they would just do it without me knowing.
Ooh.
Who came in here to sign this log? Like somebody came into a room and said, "Hey, sign this log."
No, it was an electronic log. You entered your code in, and it would clock you in and out, and that's how you would keep track of your own hours, and all of that went up straight to the owner. Well, the principal knew everyone's codes, so she had free access to go in there and adjust my hours as much as she pleased without knowledge of me, because I never saw it.
What was your code? Can we know that?
What was your social security number?
What's your social security number? I'm asking for a friend.
Who the fuck came in there and asked for that fucking code, dude? Byron Hadley from Shawshank Redemption, dude. Fucking Byron Hadley walk in there and ask me, put the code in. It beats you with a nightstick, dude. That's 2 days in the hole, Dufresne. Fucking Byron Hadley came in there and beat her up. Work for the school board. You know what Shawshank is?
Nope.
Redemption?
Shawshank Redemption? You don't remember Byron Hadley?
Oh.
The prison guard, bro?
No.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm like 40 years younger than you are.
Shawshank's like an American history. That's a movie, bro.
Oh.
It's almost like the Holocaust, dude.
Do we not remember I'm part Amish?
Fucking Amish American, you fucking sack of shit. Byron Hadley, dude.
No, I don't know.
You know, like Morgan Freeman played Red.
I've heard of Morgan Freeman before.
Bob Gutton was the warden. Bob Gutton was the warden, dude. Warden, was that Warden Norton?
Carry on, Miss Lynn.
Yeah, Byron Hadley, dude, was a prison guard, bro, that beat the shit out of everybody. Whatever, dude. I heard
Miss
when
Lynn.
they took Byron Hadley away,
Wang.
he
Wang.
cried. He cried
Wang.
like a little girl.
Shut up.
All right, go ahead.
Carry on, Miss Lynn. Sorry about that.
Oh, so my hours were getting forged, and I was working like a slave, But
Byron Hadley.
they were trying to choke me out, but I just wouldn't go. I wouldn't leave yet.
You can asphyxiate me, but I'm still here. So they tried to starve you out.
Yeah, and that didn't work.
So they
And then
put,
it
they
turned
put you in
in.
a room. They interviewed you. The teachers went back and watched the interview on their cameras in their classrooms,
Mhm.
and then came back to you in a recourse.
Yeah, basically realizing like, oh, she was the one that did this. Like this
Yeah.
this is what she said. So I was getting punished for telling
Retribution.
the truth. Yeah.
Oh.
And so I was working crazy hours, and it was like I would get called in at 6 a.m. and I would work and help close all the way till 9 o'clock at night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When you get called at 6 a.m., who called you what time to go in at 6 a.m.? They call you like the night
No, it'd be
before?
the
day
Penguin.
before?
The Penguin.
No, it was just like
No,
the
it'd be-
night before, or like, hey, you need to be here at 6 a.m., an hour before, or what?
No, it was in the mornings. I would get up they would call me around 4:35 a.m. and let me know, hey, you got to be in at 6 or 6:45 to do this.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Sounds like somebody should have called the labor board. That might have helped you guys out a
Or
little
the
bit.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be doing that in front of somebody's shift. You can't call them an hour and a half before you're supposed to be there.
Constantly.
Yeah, so the set schedule and a set shift is what it's supposed to be.
You can
Yeah.
ask them.
So they would call you an hour and a half prior to tell you to be into work.
Yeah.
So they call you at 4:30, say, hey, be into work at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you show up to work at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you go to work.
Yeah, I mean, some days I would have a break, and other days I would be not allowed to take a break or anything like that. So I never know what I would get during the day.
This is like
It's always a new day.
sweatshop.
Every day was a new day.
This is a school. It's a state-ran school, bro. Sounds
I
like
got
a
my own sweatshop.
It's a Reebok shop, dude. It's a Reebok shoes company. I'm sorry, Reebok. I didn't mean to say that. I don't know if you have a sweatshop or not. If I own a sweatshop and we're running it that way, dude. It's 5 a.m. Yeah, you be here at 5:45.
You come now.
I'm not coming like you're here already. So they call you at 4:30 in the morning a.m. Tell you to be at work at 6 a.m. You can't do
I mean, yeah, it wasn't every single day, but it was enough to realize like, oh shit, they're doing this a lot.
What's enough? Like, how many times a week was this
Mhm.
happening?
About three or
That's-
4.
yeah, that's against state labor code.
Eh.
State law.
So you show up to work
Mhm.
at that time when they asked you to do it.
Yeah, and it would
you
be like,
work through your shifts, and then there's supposed to be somebody coming in saying, "Hey, sign this board, take your break." They never came in to do it, so you'd work through your break. Okay.
I have a question.
what's the question?
At what point did you realize you hated your life there?
Oh, it was about the second 12-hour shift.
Like, second, what do you mean? Like, how long were you there for?
I was there for about 1.5 years until
Oh, okay.
I couldn't take it anymore.
Slave labor.
Yeah.
California slave labor.
So you were there for almost a year with that new penguin, correct?
Yes, with the penguin. Yes. Yeah, correct. Yes.
I am the Wang. Batman came in and saved you from. I am the Wang.
I'm Wang.
I am Wang. Okay.
But the craziest one was where I got the concussion and she wouldn't let me leave.
Oh, what?
How'd you get a concussion?
Oh, there was an incident with a child, and I ended up getting hit over the head with some wooden ABC blocks.
You guys UFCing in the classroom? You guys are UFCing in a state school?
WWE.
That's about right. A state school too, huh? That's why I don't want my kids to go public. So what happened
Yeah.
from that point? You got a kid smashed in the head with an eraser?
No, with a wooden ABC block.
Pay attention, you
And,
I
dumbass.
am, dude. The big erasers. You don't even have a fucking live then, bro. They had like a 4-foot eraser on a chalkboard. You don't even know what a fucking chalkboard is, dude. They had, what sticks of chalk were?
Yes.
You didn't even know the fuck. You had like highlighters on a board, huh?
Yeah.
Like an dry erase board.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a chalkboard, Doug. And then in that time there was they get like when the chalk would come in,
Yeah.
it would come in like 4-foot fucking boxes. You open them up and you break the chalk.
Ooh.
And there was an eraser, dude, that was like 6 feet tall. They would try to erase the big board with. And if teachers yelled at you, you get hit with it.
Oh.
Look at you hitting a fucking like a dust bunny, dude.
You're all covered in chalk after.
Dude, something like,
Everybody knows you done something.
look at The Simpsons, bro. That's how I grew up, dude. I will not fucking talk back. I will not talk back, dude. All right, so go on, my dear.
So I knew when I got hit, hey, I got a concussion. My pupils were 2 different sizes. Okay,
Ooh.
they were fucked up. Couldn't see straight. Okay,
Oh, one's bigger
and
than
and I go to her, letting her know, like, hey, I don't feel right. I need to go to the doctor. I got hit in the head, and she tells me you're fine and to go back to work. And if I leave right now, like, that's my choice. And so I was like, okay, I gotta stay.
I don't think so.
I wasn't letting the fat bitch push me out. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I was
that's not the way it's supposed to work. But go ahead.
So I ended up going to the doctors that night, and I end up with a concussion, and I send her all over the paperwork and everything. And when I was at the doctors, and I kick myself every day in the ass for this, I never put down that it was a work incident. I just didn't. I
try to be loyal to the company.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, Yeah, but you know what though? You do that for Stride because you're trying to do right by the company who pays you and be loyal.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
the same in fucking employees. You're like, dude, come on, bro. But yet, state school getting investigated by the state because of COVID violations. You get a concussion. You get called an hour and a half before you're supposed to be at work.
Getting hit in the head by an ABC block.
By a 6-foot eraser. You're like, come in now. You're like, I don't want to. And like, you're written up like, I'm on my way. And then you do, and you're supposed to do everything you're supposed to do. And in order to gain advancement, and it's just not working, huh?
Yeah, no, it was pushback after pushback, and
It's from
I
a
was
school.
promised.
Yeah.
It's from a state school.
Shit can happen anywhere.
State certified school. Like, what is this, the 40s, bro? Like, you just beat freaking, like, you just beat the kids in it. What is this, Larry Moe and fucking Curly, dude? Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
And so I let her know I have the concussion and everything, and I can't go to work for a week. And so she tells me they realize afterwards that I never told the doctor it was a work-related incident. So when I go back in there, I could tell she got her ass chewed out. She was being very nice to me. They were scared I was going to sue.
Dora and the penguin. Door peng. Door peng, dude.
Oh, so I go in and I can tell she's kind of waddling over to me a lot nicer now.
Is she
More
healing
like
towards
Jolly
you?
Green Giant.
She healing towards you?
Oh, she was much more excited that day to see me than any other previous day. And she pulls me aside and apologizes for not taking me seriously about my head. And thanks me for not telling the truth about where the incident occurred. And I was promised that I'd get reimbursement for what I had to pay out of pocket for said concussion.
Sounds like the American workforce.
Yeah.
State school ran. Go ahead. Come
So
on back now.
at that point,
You hear?
at that point, I was done. I was frustrated. I couldn't do it anymore. I had to go. So I started trying to find the best job out there to make the most money to get out. And at the time, the job market was shit. I had nothing I could go to, so I had to go off on like kind of like a side quest for about 3 years. You know.
A little side quest.
What
What do you
kind
mean?
of side quest? Like,
This is where it gets
what are you laughing
interesting.
at? Like, what did you do?
Well, I
Well, it's a pretty deep subject. What are you talking about? Like a stripper gig or something?
No. I ended up well, first I went in there and
Jesus,
I
spit
gave
the
her my
fuck out. What'd you do?
You got us
went in
interested
there.
now.
Side quest. Like, spit it out. Like, well, you know, I don't know. Spit the fuck out. Hello.
So I go into my work and I hand her my week's notice, and the first words out of her mouth
What was the
is,
side quest? You're not even getting into it.
Let her finish, God damn
Oh,
it.
sorry, my bad.
I
Go
haven't
ahead.
gotten to the side quest yet.
Oh,
So
God.
I go in there and I hand her my week's notice. I wasn't going to give her a 2 weeks notice. I handed her a week.
Oh,
And the
Fuck
first
you,
thing she
Dora
said to
Penguin.
me-
I'm out.
I give you 1 week.
You and your flipping your stinky fucking mothball snatch. I'm out of here.
Oh God. So I handed the note and I give her the week, and she looks at me and she looks at the note and she goes, "You know how unprofessional this is?" And I said,
Yo,
"Excuse
mama.
me?" And she goes, "You're supposed to give me," she goes, "You're supposed to give me more than a week's notice. It's supposed to be 2. And I said, "Well, tough shit. I'm giving you a week. You're
Might have
lucky
been
you're
like
getting
2.
1."
This is my 2-day notice. I'm leaving this shit today.
2-day COVID. Oh, stall
And
out. Stall out.
Carry on.
Carry on now.
Miss Lynn.
Miss
So-
Lynn, you're on a national podcast. Let's roll. Let's roll.
So
Tide.
she accepts it, whatever, and throughout that whole week I never get talked to, never nothing. And then in the middle of the day, on my last day, after I was told I would work a full day, they pull me out about 12 in the afternoon, and I'm wearing, mind you, I wear a uniform every single day. I don't wear personal clothes. And
What's the penguin
so
wear?
whatever the fuck
leather
the 5
glove.
rotation shirts are.
Like a long sleeve and a long skirt and a Hawaiian shirt dude. With Skechers, bro. Slip on Skechers.
It was the slip-on blue Skechers. They were aqua blue with a
Toenails
with a
hanging
long
out.
jean skirt.
Oh. Must be a fat girl that smells like baby powder, dude.
Oh.
My dad's girlfriend was like that, man.
Oh
my god, yeah. A tweaker that fucking smelled like baby powder.
What's the side quest? Can we get there?
Side quest.
Well, I'm getting there.
Sorry.
So I'm sitting in her office and she's making me sign my last papers and whatever, saying I'm voluntarily leaving and stuff. And she looks at me and she's like, "I need your shirt." And I start busting up laughing because I'm only wearing a sports bra under this shirt. I don't have anything.
You can go fuck yourself.
Well, and I tell her, like, "Listen, can I just bring this back tomorrow or something? Like, I can't." And she's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I tell her, I'm wearing a sports bra. I'm not wearing a shirt under this. And she was like, "Well, I'm going to need the uniform." And at the time, I don't know. So I stood up. I looked at her. I ripped the shirt off and I hand it to her and I walk out sports bra and leggings.
UPS
Out of
bitch.
school.
Oh, wow.
FedEx is a thing.
This is where the side quest started.
So after that, I just went on to the most shittiest bar I could find. On my way home. Rent was due, fool. So did you leave with a sports bra on? Did you leave with a uniform on?
Yeah. No, I left with a sports bra on and threw the uniform at her on her desk.
So proud of you.
Oh my God. You know what, dude? If I did that shit with my employees, bro, I fucking shit you not, dude. The state, the feds, the union, everybody and their fucking brother be up my ass, dude.
You'd get arrested if you walked outside with a sports
Yeah,
bra
like
on.
how come everybody get away with this but me, dude? And if I do the fucking right thing, some jick fuck, Dora the Explorer with fucking Heelys on, can come out in the state-ran school, state-certified school, in this shit fucking crap state. Oh my God, dude. And just get away with murder. And here I am, dude, paying all the fines and all the fees and you name it. And I get fucking persecuted for it. Fuck you, Golden State. I hope the state fucking burns, dude. Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry. Are you there?
It's all right,
Oh, she's there.
Oh, I'm here. And after that, the side quest began. I ended up becoming a receptionist in the
that's a
ghetto.
different side quest than what we fucking thought about.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, very
carry
different.
Well, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
we got our hopes up.
I ended up
Receptionist, huh? Yeah, fucking great.
Yeah, as a receptionist and in the ghetto, and I was stalked by a very creepy man every day that would call me in the phone and breathe.
The ghetto.
Yeah.
And
I'm just a baby living in the ghetto.
It was actually Mr. Wayne calling you every day.
I'm just like, do you remember me?
I am watching you.
I heeled in here. I heeled over here to find out what's going on. Do you need a place to stay? I have a shack outside, a Rubbermaid shack. All right, so you did sidebar administration work. Okay, so you weren't some hooker.
no, just a receptionist for 3 years. I had to stall and stop and go back to school to get more credentials, so that way I'm able to get back into the field I wanted to be at. And basically, I just got pushed out.
So what you got is Dora the Explorer and the Penguin had a baby. She became your boss, fucked you up, pushed you out. 3 years later, you get to start back where you began.
Yeah, back where I began, back at the starting position and trying to work my way back up.
3 years delayed.
That's how it goes.
Mhm.
Is this girl alive still? Is Miss
Yeah.
Healy alive?
I'd
Yeah.
like to throw rocks at her window in her apartment or wherever she lives.
Oh, Miss Healy, dude. We're in a long jean fucking skirt.
I'd like to break into her house and just leave notes everywhere.
Smelling like baby powder. So is Miss Healy still alive?
Yeah, no, she's still alive, eating her Snickers that she found in the bottom of her purse every fucking day.
All alone.
Oh, poor thing.
Jesus Christ. Fucking butters, dude.
What?
He's all what? Fucking Miss Healy's alive, dude.
She's alive?
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for about
You
15
did.
seconds.
You fucking Bubba needs a baby. Baby needs a Bubba. That motherfucker needs some warm milk, dude. Miss Healy's alive.
How?
Fuck
Yeah.
that bitch, dude.
See, is it just me or does anybody else fantasize about like antagonizing these people that hurt your life? You just like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
every
just
day.
want to
Every day.
tap her shoulder and run away and make her think she's going crazy.
I mean, I burn her fucking apartment to the
No,
ground,
I don't want to
dude.
cause like harm. I just want to mentally abuse her.
Well,
Does that
she
make sense?
She
No, see-
causes harm upon you.
Yeah, but I don't
I
want to do
thought
like
about-
physical harm. I don't
Oh,
want to.
go
I don't want to
ahead.
hurt your
Oh, God. Miss Lynn.
Miss Lynn.
Yes, sir.
I really don't wish harm on anybody.
Not too much. Gets a little aggressive.
Not too much.
Just a smidge.
But you know, I would. I would. I used to imagine making her go insane, but just like crouching down underneath her window at night, her bedroom window, and just whispering some sweet nothingness in her,
Boo.
in her ears.
Pushing my boobs up against her windows. It says boo. And red lipstick. Boo.
Boom.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, my dear. Well, that's seldom. I would have gone a little bit more deeper into what you're thinking. That's just me. Older, I guess. I would have done some more demented shit, but that's cool. We'll start with the boo.
Boo.
Boo. What do you think about the teacher? Do it again. G.
Oh.
Boo. Screw you, Principal. That smells like fucking flowers from Dora the Explorer. It looks like the penguin with a flipper. I am the Wang. I'm here to discriminate. My dear Miss Lynn, I appreciate you. What do you think, dude? Should we give Miss Lynn a pin on the board since it's our first one?
Definitely. She
You know what?
deserves it.
Yeah, I think she does, dude. And like I said, we're new with this. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So,
You gotta figure out a way to.
Miss
Do
Lynn,
this.
we're going to do that since you're the first one on here. And we got a few more coming after you. You have the first pin.
Ooh.
I'm so happy right now. Yeah.
You fucking die out, dude.
What?
You die out.
I didn't die out. You died out.
You fell asleep in your shirt, dude.
All right. You caught me.
All right, Miss Lynn. You know what? Your story is actually pretty cool because I'm sure a lot of people have the same story. Yeah, that was our parallel.
Wouldn't
Right?
expect such chaos coming from a school board, though.
Yeah, school's a fucked up place, dude. It's taxpayer money. Would
Oh,
expect. All right, Miss Lynn. So what we're gonna do? Stay on the line. Are you there, Miss Lynn?
Miss Lynn.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Miss Lynn. And we will give you stay on the line, and we'll have one of our reps, GE, our girl engineer, get a hold of you. We're gonna give you a pin on the board to get the second pin. This is the story
Oh,
I told you from the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you dumb bastard.
Yes.
You have number 2 pin on the board.
well, thank you. Thanks for having me on and listening.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, Miss Lynn, go ahead and hang on tight, and we'll have our GE get a hold of you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Roll Tide.
Get off the goddamn
Bye.
phone. All right, folks. There was one. Actually, two.
That's
One
pretty good.
One I told.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that girl.
This is our first live call, though.
Yeah, you know what? Some young girl. It's okay. She don't know what's going on. Getting all fucked up by the state. Look at the state bullying people, dude.
Just straight harassment.
Yeah, bro. No, you don't know what's going on. Can you imagine? I'd be like this. I'm sorry, what'd you say? You want me to work? What?
I wonder what goes on in her life.
Yeah,
Poor
like,
thing.
You want to call me in an hour before work and come in right after? How about check this out? You can go fuck yourself.
I want to know what goes on in Penguin's life right now. I want to throw pennies at her window.
Miss Dora Penguin.
Oh.
In her stinky jean skirt. It smells like baby powder.
We wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was number 2. So we got 2 pegs up on the board.
Tan fur.
Tan fur.
Tan fur.
All right, we're going to keep on going, dude. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I appreciate you. We're running out of time here.
Thank you for listening.
See ya.